You're watching the Batter Fans Network.
The heroes are back. Beards talking balls, rapping pink and black. Coming live from the 305, it's official tissue. The Batter Fan, Chris and Dan, weekly rocking with you. We talk Messi, Boosie, Jordy, Lucho, the Fat Four, to Ben Cram, Noah, Ruiz, Fred. What more could you ask for? Tighten up and get ready, listen in on the pod. Solana and X in Espanol, just to even the odds. Breakdowns and gas bagging, join the tribe and just vibe. $3.99, don't forget to like and subscribe. Don't hesitate, say what's up, go ahead and come in. No question about it, I'm ready to get hurt again.
No question about it, I am ready to get hurt again.
Chris, Daniels are back. Welcome everybody to episode number 413 of the Battle Heroes Podcast. I am your host, Daniel Granada, and alongside me, as always, Mr. KBD. How are you doing, sir?
I mean, a draw is a draw. It's boring.
Well, I was good with it. I thought that we would get out of there with at least a draw. One thing I want to say, I know we start with general thoughts, so I'll start with this. If that's the League's Cup, we get that handball at the end of the game. It is there is a theory going around that the refs like us during League's Cup, and I'm starting to think there's some validity to that because the fact that we didn't even get that checked is wild to me because I thought that was a handball. How did we not get that penalty kick at the end of the game?
This referee, first of all, he's a jackass. To allow us to get our last couple minutes, seconds in and push up, and then right when we pass the halfway line, it's like, bet, game over.
Yeah, no, that was wild. And then the fact that this guy, I know he got kicked in the face, but he was down for at least 2 minutes. Yeah, they should have given more time. The fact that he blew it, he was so annoyed with Luis Suarez bitching at him that he's like, you know what, I got you, and he made him pay for it. He's like, you know what, you guys got the ball, you're about to progress it into the final third. Don't worry, I'm about to blow the whistle early. Because that was petty, is what that was by that ref. That was petty work. So,
look, you're saying you're happy to walk away with a draw. This is another LA Galaxy deal to me. We're playing against one of the worst teams. We should have snuck away with a win.
Let's be real. They lucked out on that goal. I know we're gonna get into it, but that was a prayer that was answered because
Worst
they did basically nothing.
Players?
We had possession of the ball, 71% of possession. I don't want to say we dominated because even though we had the ball, we weren't doing too much with the possession. But they were doing nothing. It was, I don't know. It wasn't the best of games. Even though who was that left winger that he was cooking for those little randomly here and there. He was Kojima,
yes.
Kojima. Every once in a while he would, yeah. But yeah. I'm not gonna overthink today. It was we got what we wanted, right? We wanted heavy rotation.
Yes.
And we got it. Shout out to Oswald that's watching live from Dubai.
Nice. What's up, Oswald?
And then Pedri, absolutely. Belisario Machuca. I'm sure people on Twitter had no idea why I tweeted that. Belisario Machuca came through today. So we'll get into that goal also in a little bit. But
Rob Venk is mentioning Noah Allen with the captain's armband. That's nice to see. 2 homegrowns for each team wearing captain's armbands.
Yeah, it was Jackson Hopkins and Noah Allen. Yep.
Yeah, very cool. That's cool.
All right, so Chris, general thoughts on today's draw?
I mean, we should have won, especially with the substitutions that came in after, right?
Yeah, when they came in, I thought we were going to win, honestly.
Yeah, I thought that we should have won. I think that they're probably going to bust my 5-pick parlay, to be perfectly honest. That kind of sucks because I just had a 5-pick parlay get busted last week. But that's a little selfish of me. Yeah. And Adarsh is saying we hype Fafa for nothing. I got to be honest, Fafa wasn't great.
No, he wasn't, but I don't remember hyping him. I want to see him over Allende. And, I mean, how could you watch today and not or any game that has been played this year and not say that?
I mean, look, we're going to go through a couple players because of the simple fact that there was some heavy rotation and you saw some some players get some minutes and you were able to see what they have to offer, this is going to be a little bit intensive in terms of what we're going to be looking at.
All right. So yes, and Abishka,
Abhishek.
Abhishek. Abhishek Jose. Stunning. Yes, Son got a free kick goal. Got his first goal in the MLS. Beautiful goal, upper 90. Yeah, that was a nice look.
Well, let's look at the starting lineup, because today it was interesting. It was new to see, right? So here we have on the starting lineup, we have Rocco Blocco on the bottom, which had an amazing block today, by the way. And we have the back five, which happens to be Noah Allen, Sailor, right? He's the anchor, right? You get it? Sailor, he's the anchor.
I got it.
Nice play on words there. And then you got Toto Aviles, you got Lujan, and then Marcelo Wegan as the right back. And then you have David Ruiz and Ben Krem, who are playing like CDM or CDM and then CM. And then you have the 10 with Segovia, and then up top you had Fafa and Allende, which I didn't think that it was like this, to be honest. I thought that it was more like Cello pushed up high to the right incredibly. He was way too high for my comfort in the beginning of the game. And I know he's a right wing back, so like he has that flexibility. But then why did I see like Benjamin?
When you're a wing back, you basically are attacking. You're an attacking player that also has the responsibility to get back, but you're an attacking player. And Kremaki and David Ruiz have the responsibility to fill in the space behind them, and Lujan and Sailor also have to go wide and cover that space also. So you have three in the back. Now, Lujan and Sailor, well, you know what? Not so much Sailor. Lujan wasn't doing a great job of covering for Cello, and he opened himself up for a crazy opportunity. I forgot who was that. No, it was Rocco that ended up getting a save. But Cello left that space behind, right, because he's a right wing back. He pushed up really high, and Lujan they overloaded the right side, or our left, I guess I would say, and Lujan kind of got sucked into that, and he left that whole side open, and we almost paid for it. If not for Rocco's save, we might lose this game.
Well, that's this starting lineup. I expected Belisario Machuca, aka Baltasar Rodriguez, to start, because if you want to kind of make your impact or whatnot, I would have expected him to get on. I like seeing David Ruiz, and I'm pretty sure now people can understand why sometimes at least myself, I favor David Ruiz a little bit over Ben Krem, because I feel like he lends a little bit more to what this, I guess, system or system of players offer.
Well, he's better on the ball than Kremaki for sure. Kremaki has a very heavy touch. There was a ball that he played in where Suarez, I think, was expecting to get it on back post for a chance at a header, or at least a chance at winning the ball, and he just sailed it. And just Benkrem just doesn't have a touch. The first touch is bad. His crosses are heavy. Like, I don't know.
I don't hype Benkrem. I mean, that's just the Pedri Potter agenda that you guys are seeing. I've told you guys, like, Benkrem has cement feet, and I've said it before.
Cinder blocks.
Yeah, cinder blocks, absolutely. But other than that, I mean, I did expect more up top from Allende, but at the same time, like, if we can't get the ball up to him, then what the hell's happening? So
well, I think the issue the first half, which was a terrible first half, was that we had absolutely nobody that could create. Allende isn't very good, but he puts himself in position to receive those through balls, those balls over the top. He stretches the pitch. We had nobody to deliver those balls to him or Fafa or anybody. We had nobody in the midfield to control the ball, and it was kind of like it was kind of just a ping pong. It was kind of crazy in the first half.
Segura is saying, I don't expect anything from Allende anymore.
No, and then Adarsh and Pedri keep talking about the Allende or Fafa. And you know what? Maybe he would play 30 games, and then maybe I would change my mind. But from what I've seen so far this year, the little bit that I've seen from Fafa and the lot of bit that I've seen from Allende, I'd take my chances with Fafa because I've seen enough of Allende. I am sick of seeing Allende. Okay? Maybe I'll see Fafa play 30 games and be like, oh, you know what? This isn't much better. But I haven't seen him fail enough Whereas in Allende, I've seen him feel more than enough. I've seen him play like dog shit all year.
Yeah.
So I am sick of seeing Allende.
He's
so please stop
dog
talking
water.
about Allende.
Yeah. So what do you think about the starting 11? Heavily rotated. Had Fafa up top.
I thought it was weird that they played with 3 in the back. I thought that when I saw Toto Aviles was part of the starting lineup, I thought that he was going to play more of the CDM role. They would play 4 in the back because he's played as a center defensive midfielder at some points this year. So I thought that that's what we would see. So I was surprised that it was a 5 and 3 in the back. But I mean, I didn't expect much from it. Once I saw it, I didn't expect much, and I was hoping that we can get out of there with a point, and we did.
So you were okay with the starting lineup. Now,
real quick.
comments here. I was going to read it, but go ahead.
Okay. Allende scored goals for this team, and Fafa done. How many opportunities has Allende had to score those goals, though? Allende has played 1 billion minutes this year. Fafa has not. So I think that's the difference, and that's the last time I'm going to address that dumb debate. All right, Chris.
No, go ahead and
okay.
I guess we could go. I want to look up how many minutes he's played.
Okay, Segovia. No, but don't bother going back and
forth.
Okay, fine.
I was loving it.
All right. Segovia, I thought was the only one that had enough ball creativity that would create for somebody else, or he was falling really deep back into the pick up the ball. I don't think he had the best of games, but I felt like in the first half he was the only one that when he was on ball that we could see that there was something maybe that would happen. Yeah. Overall, I thought the first half was very poor from this team.
Yeah, the first half it was just discombobulated. There was a lot of I guess since there's a lot of new pieces, right? I mean, Sailor, David Ruiz, you have Fafa. Those are 3 players that typically don't get minutes. I mean,
this is David Ruiz's first start of the year. Ryan Sailor's first
since
start
playing
of the
against Jamaica. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sailor first time playing more than like 5 minutes in a game.
You know what? Allen doesn't really get to start over on the left side, and much less at left wing back. So that was new. So it was a lot of new wrinkles. And again, I didn't mind it. Like I said, I wanted if we got a result, I would be happy. We got a result on the road with a heavily rotated squad. This is all you could really ask for. Now, I haven't seen the scores for the rest of the league, but I believe the last time I saw, a couple of the top teams were dropping points. So you know, we're in good shape. Let me check real quick. Columbus lost, Cincinnati lost, Philly won, but that's 2 out of the 3 teams that we're chasing ended up dropping points. Orlando is getting their ass kicked by Nashville 4-0. I'm assuming they have a heavily rotated squad, but that's another team that's ahead of us. Sure. So Orlando's getting their ass kicked 4-0. I mean, Nashville, I think, is ahead of us. But so all in all, we get a point, and a lot of teams drop and get no points. So we're a little closer. We still have 3 games in hand. This is not a bad night. Nobody got injured, and I honestly think that I hate and it's hypocritical because I hate bringing up the refs, and I say it all the time. But man, that should have been checked. That handball at the end should have been checked.
Yeah.
So. And for everybody, and I'm sorry, everybody that's bringing up the mic, yes, absolutely. My audio is horrible. My new mic and cable arrived tomorrow morning. I was hoping it would arrive today. It gets here tomorrow morning. I promise by Monday it'll be much better.
Yes. So after we recap the starting 11, we jump into the game, Danny, and we see the starting 11 actually start to form and take place, or quite the contrary. They don't get to form. They're playing pretty awfully.
Yeah.
Not connecting well. It's literally a disaster for both teams.
Yeah. I mean, it was a mess. It was a mess. Look at the goal. The goal by DC was a mess. It was a mess.
Yes, it was.
Got the ball, and he's like, you know, I'm just gonna kick it towards the goal. Like, no, I refuse. If he comes out press, I meant, no, you did not mean to do that. He just kicked the prayer into the air, and Toto Aviles just got caught slipping. He wasn't expecting it to land right at the feet of, I forget who it was. It was that kid Jackson, right? He landed on his feet, and Toto
Jackson Hopkins. Yep.
He didn't have a chance to react because he got it and one timed it real quick. Beautiful shot. But that was it. That was the extent of their attack today because they really didn't do much.
Well, and Miami King is saying it's a bad game to draw last place of the table. It is.
No. If you have your starting 11 for 90 minutes, then I agree. but we didn't have our starting 11. We threw in players that hadn't played all year. We had players playing in positions that they had never played. I am 100%
Danny, but you know
okay
that
with this
there's a
result.
small chunk of Inter Miami fans that would die for this lineup to be the starting lineup. And so that would be, obviously if they had more time to play together, I feel like this would have been a good game. But because we have so many people that just don't play minutes, it was a disaster. That goal you brought up, in reality, if it wasn't for that first touch that Hopkins had, it would have gone nowhere.
No, like I said, it was pure luck that they even scored. So it's fine. Okay, and if you say that it's the worst team, and so it's unacceptable, that's fine. If that's how you feel, I can't debate you because I get why you're saying that. But we have players that literally haven't played, like Ryan Saylor. Like, there's a lot of people on here that might have never heard that name before, even though we brought it up once or twice. Like, we have players that hadn't played. It's fine. We got a point on the road. In this league of parity, that's a good result.
Oh, absolutely. I totally agree with that.
We have a game in 3 or 4 days that actually matters. So I am 100% okay with this.
Matters big time. Oh,
we're
that's
healthy.
a big game.
We're healthy, and that's all that matters. And Belisario Bachuca had his first big moment as an Inter Miami player.
Well, and that was after half. What did you think about the halftime? We're down 1-0. Were you whatever?
I mean, I didn't want to lose. I wanted a point. But I did think, like, we're going to have a hard time getting this point because I thought we looked really, really bad. I thought that in the first half we were looking really bad. We couldn't build anything. We were missing, obviously Busquets and DePaul and everybody, because who do we have in the midfield? David Ruiz isn't that bad, but Ben Krem cannot distribute the ball for his life. Like, he is an engine. That is what we love about him, right? He's an engine. He'll run like a maniac, but he doesn't really produce for anybody else or sometimes himself. So I thought we were going to have a really hard time.
There was a move that he tried where he was in the box where I think he kind of stopped really briefly, tried to chip it over the defender, but I guess he hit it a little too far, had no shot at getting it. I think he tripped. And that's where I saw it, and I'm like, damn, man, he almost had that right there.
Yep. But yeah, at halftime, I thought that, like I said, when that DC United goal, like, it didn't like, oh my God, we're in trouble. Like, I thought that good play by the guy that scored. I keep forgetting his name. I know his first name is Jackson. I won't forget that, but I keep forgetting his last name. But he good play by him. Lucky pass that Hopkins landed there. Hopkins. But I wasn't worried about them scoring anymore. I was just wondering if we were going to be able to salvage a point.
Yeah.
Now, once we started the second half and I saw Rodrigo DePaul and everybody warming up, I was like, okay, we can still win this because we should be able to score twice in the second half.
Well, just so you know, that Ryan Saylor right now reflects as 84 minutes. And I don't know if they're counting this game or not. The only other player that has less minutes than him was Santi Morales. And Yarbrough.
Santi didn't play.
I'm surprised he didn't play either because he's very creative. David Ruiz has
Segovia. Him and Segovia would have been nice to see.
I think they are counting the minutes because it shows that David Ruiz had 2 starts, 128 minutes for him. Mm-hmm. The only other players that have less minutes than him are the players I mentioned. So,
just to sum up the first half, we had 4 shots. I don't remember any of them, to be honest with you. 0 on target, though.
By the way,
66% possession.
By the way, Allende has more minutes than Telasco Segovia. He's top 6 in minutes in our team. 1,500.
Oh, because Segovia gets subbed out early every game.
19 starts.
Why are you obsessed with this guy?
I'm just saying, I'm just putting that out there. I'm putting it out there. Yes, I am. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
All right. What were you thinking at halftime?
So at halftime, I was kind of worried because, like, we're playing against the worst team in the East. And I feel like our backups could have done a little better. And it was really sloppy. So I was kind of scared. But I guess it is what it is. Who cares about this game, right?
Yeah. Look, I was advocating for them to just forfeit this game. We didn't want to chance any injuries. We didn't get injured, so that was my biggest thing.
Imagine they just fax like a letter to MLS and we're like, look, we're not playing this game.
That's
just
it.
give us a loss.
We got too many injuries. We can't risk anybody else.
So we start the half. Second half comes in. David Ruiz comes out. I imagine it's because of his injury. You want to save him. Baltasar Rodriguez comes in for him. Sergio Busquets comes in for Gonzalo Lujan. And then Rodrigo de Paul comes in for Telasco Segovia. All at the 55th and 56th minute.
And then Baltasar Rodriguez comes in and immediately gets a shot on goal, but takes a shot from outside the ball. And I thought, man, this is Matias Rojas right here. Like, this is what we've been missing. This is the person that needs to take over Allende's job. And like we've been saying, the little bit we've seen of him, he looks great. It's just that he's always injured. Can I say something? I forgot to mention in the beginning of the show.
Sure.
I want Obando off this team.
Yeah, absolutely.
This was his chance. Like, this is the game for you. Just leave.
He needs to leave right now.
When he's healthy, he doesn't play. He's always injured, apparently. Like, if this is the game for him. If he can't make it out for this game, let's get out of here.
Just so you know, he didn't even go on the flight.
No, I know.
He didn't even take the flight.
Like, no, you got to get some of that magic spray that they put on people and like shower or something, because this is your chance. So I know Obando is injured.
Obando is injured. That's a problem. That's a problem, Tony Axe.
He's always injured. And you know what? And more than Obando, Inter Miami. What is it? Facundo Farias, injury history.
Yeah.
Let's sign him. David Martinez, injury history. Let's sign him. Baltasar Rodriguez, injury history. Let's sign him. What was the other the guy that came from Pumas, the center back last year? Had an injury history. He played decent, and then he got injured, and we had to get David Martinez.
He starts with an F. Starts with an L.
I forgot his name. Maybe somebody in the chat remember. He came from Pumas, I believe it was, center back. Another one. Boom. Like, why are we always looking for people with Freire? Thank you.
Freire. Look at you, Clara. Good stuff.
And then he got injured. And we brought in David Martinez, which also had an injury history, also got injured. Like, we have
these guys.
It has to be because we're trying to get them on the cheap, right? Because they have because of the injury history, we can get them on the cheap and then hope for the best. But we got to stop. That strategy isn't working anymore.
And look, I'm not just saying, it's a scientific phenomenon that Suarez is almost 40 years old at one knee. At one knee is more durable than a 19-year-old Obando. This kid Obando is a fetus, fresh, and still is like, what is he doing? Aside from Messi, who is like
Similac. I don't know. They've changed him so many times. I forgot the guy that is now is like Messi's like uncle or godfather or something. I forgot who it was. They've changed like 2 or 3 times over the last year. I forgot who it is.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. This is wild. But speaking of Luis Suarez, he comes in for Tadeo Allende at the 63rd minute. And you start to see some more creativity throughout the time before Luis Suarez comes in. And Baltasar Rodriguez was at the center of it. Luckily, at the 64th minute, off of a corner from DePaul, that's just the ball's lost in the air, just bouncing. And Baltasar said, "Here's my beer. Let me show you what's up," and slams it from outside the box. Perfect angle. It looks like he does that for fun at his house.
Well, the thing I loved it is that he was running at the ball that was approaching him, but like not at the right angle. But he had enough time to kind of go ahead.
He breathed for a second.
Yeah, he opened his hips and then he kind of kicked through the ball. And it was a perfect strike where he kept it just low enough that it wouldn't go over like the first shot that he had a couple minutes before. Man, it was just like perfect, right? That's how you teach the kids in practice. Make sure you open your hips when you receive the ball, swing through the ball. Like it was just picture perfect. It looked so smooth too. Like when you watch it, it's one of those like things that just
that was class.
It was just nice to watch. It was such a beautiful strike. So nice job by him. And 64th minute, you know that they're gonna get at least 5 minutes of extra time. At that point, you have 30 minutes to go. I was like, we're gonna win. Literally what I thought. Sure. Luis Suarez is in the game now. We got DePaul, we got Busquets. Now the only thing that started worrying me is that once those substitutions were made with Luis Suarez and everybody, because I felt like we were chasing the game, like, all right, let's go and win. Our line was pushing up a little higher, and I felt like we were starting to get beat on the counter a little bit. And that did worry me a little bit.
And on top of that, like there was a play that I saw Fafa almost died on a play. I don't know if he like slammed into some other play. V Vega saying send Crema to modeling school and off this team. Listen, I don't know, man.
Well,
Ben Creme, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say one thing I'll give to Cremita. He was wearing those Beckham Predators there, the pink ones that dropped last week. If my wife is listening, that I asked for my birthday, he was wearing them. Those things look, coming up. Yeah, those things look so sweet. So just random.
Coming up, boss.
I was wondering who was gonna be wearing them today, and him and DePaul were wearing them. Ah, man, those Predators are so sexy. So just in case my wife is listening.
I mean, I hope she is. I mean, come on, boss. It's almost game time.
Yeah. But yeah, Benson was horrible. Yeah, Benson didn't have a good game for our
I literally was just about, and I've been saying, like, Ben Creme, I literally criticized Ben Creme earlier in the show, didn't I? I mean, come on, Soccer Daddy. You know better. You know better. He is a hustle god, but like his touch is terrible.
I think Ben Creme is a great person to bring in late in the game when the other team's legs are tired. He can kind of go ahead and try to win some balls in the midfield, just to assist because everybody else is tired and he'll be fresh. But yeah, man, his first touch is so heavy.
Shout out to Cringe with the 199 Super Slam that will be contributed to the new cleats, hopefully. Boys, why is Crema seeing minutes at all? Terrible. And Florida Man saying, bro, the wife is always listening. So there's another comment that I wanted to put here, and it's Mitch's. Mitch says Bengha's regression since 2023 has to be studied. I don't know if you've noticed, but he's a little bulkier. He's like a little bit more buff from 2023. So I feel maybe that
2023 wasn't he like 18? Like he's going into a man body.
Yeah. That's what we said back then, that we were like, wait till he bulks up. Yeah. And he's a unit, but then his feet are units too.
Yeah. Now, Dennis, I'll look right now. Today, even though he had a bad game, I could see that he was getting very frustrated, whether it be somebody else not making a run. But because I think he's feeling the pressure, right? Because not only is he feeling the pressure of trying to make the most of his minutes when he's giving them, but after the whole back and forth with Mascherano, he knows that like people are taking a closer look at him, especially Mascherano. Yeah, so he looked like he was pressing the issue a lot. And today, unfortunately, he wasn't able to back it up.
89 J Stubbs with another $4.99 edition Super Slam to the cleats that Danny's petitioning for.
If my wife buys me the cleats, I'm gonna just have them up here every show.
Ooh, nice. That would be nice.
Yeah, nice display right there. Yeah.
89 J Stubbs says at this point, I honestly think MLS are nerfing Inter Miami in league play or something. So as Danny gets yelled at from the background.
Shout out to J Stubbs, appreciate that. So at that point, when Baltasar in the chat, let me know. At that point, did you think that we were gonna win? Because I thought once we tied the game, 30 minutes to go, I thought we're gonna win this game. Did you think, chat? Did you think we were gonna win the game at that point, or were you like, oh no, we'll probably end up with a draw? Chris, what did you think at that point?
No, I thought we were gonna win because we kept pushing up, we kept applying pressure offensively. We were more balanced on our attack. I just felt kind of frustrated. Shout out to Jack Coward.
Shout out to Jack Coward, which I'm assuming is in the middle of the ocean somewhere. My guy Jack from Aussie from Australia that I met last week. Appreciate absolutely your contribution to go a long way towards the Pink Predators. Much appreciated. Yes.
And I felt like we were just a little bit more collected. So I felt like, we could have been able to win at the end. I mean, listen, DePaul shot off the post.
Yes.
That was close.
And there was a scrimmage there at some point where the ball was just loose right in front of the goalie where I thought somebody might just like poke it in.
Yes.
It was
That
one of
goalie
these
looks
games
nervous.
it was one of those games where I thought that we would come up with like a late game winner. That's what I was expecting. And honestly, when we got the ball at the very end, where the ref ended up blowing the whistle, I really did believe that we might score here. I don't know why. With this team, you come to expect those late game heroics every once in a while, the cardiac herons, and it was unfortunate that this guy decided to blow his load early.
And you're probably expecting an Indy Vasilev moment, right, Danny? Cringed with the 499 Super Slam. Says, Danny, can we study the Nashville versus Orlando game? They're getting slayed 4-0.
I'm going to go check the starting lineup for Orlando right now because I want to see if
it's got to be like Mickey Mouse, Donald Duck. Like, you got all the side characters. You got.
I don't even recognize these names. They have Spicer starting up top, which they just received from Toronto. They have Enrique, Thorolson, Marin, Jensen is starting. Shego is starting. So defensively, they look like they are not rotating much because they have Galesi at goal also. They have Araujo.
That's actually awful that they're allowing 4 goals with their regular defense and goalie.
Yeah. So defensively, it looks like and Pasalic came in the 58th minute. So it is a rotated squad, but not as much rotation as we had. But then again, Nashville is a lot better than DC.
Shout out to Alex Marasovic, guys. 25 likes. Come on, guys. If you like it, you like it. Then like it. Press the button. And that's really good, Alex. Just, guys, it's free 99. I've been saying it. I think I was the first person to say it. And now other people are starting to say it in the podcasting world. Listen, just click the like button.
You really think that you discovered free 99?
Absolutely.
$3.99 was you?
Absolutely. I'm not giving that up.
You have to be full of yourself to really think that you came up with
I do. I know. I don't think. I know I did. I know I did. I can't. What? I can't think that I can't know that I did because I did.
Free 99? You really think that you
free 99? Oh, absolutely.
Right. Okay.
Absolutely. I coined it.
All right. So I felt like we were giving up a lot more space behind us. They were getting more opportunities to get counters. And Ravenk, do you guys think we will beat Orlando? I do, but we'll get into that on Friday. I'm sorry, on Monday, not Friday. On Monday, and we're gonna have a guest from Orlando to come talk about the game, also to tell us a little more about Orlando. Even though we just played them recently, do we even want somebody to talk about Orlando on Monday?
I don't know. I really can give a crap about what people in Orlando think right now.
I don't think we need a chat. Tell me if you want to guess. I don't think we need a guess because we literally just had somebody on with us like a week and a half ago to tell us about Orlando. Like, what, we don't want them to repeat the same crap.
We should call the sandwich guy, have him on.
No.
Hold on, wait. Can you let me finish here? Call the sandwich guy, have him on. We tell him, hey, welcome to the show, whatever. You guys are gonna lose, you're losers, and then we just stop the show right there.
No.
Why not?
Because we're not rude people.
That guy with the sandwich is the rudest person ever.
So what do we do usually? Because there's a lot of people that talk shit about us. If you're on social media, there's plenty of people that randomly throw our names in there and decide to tell you. What do? We just ignore them. That's the best way to go about that, Chris.
Okay, fine.
Whatever. All right. What was wrong with the referee today? I don't know.
Blind.
It wasn't Leagues Cup because apparently Leagues Cup is the only time that everybody wants to give us any calls. So, and then a lot of people say no guess. Yeah, I think it's best to go no guess, especially because we just had an Orlando podcaster just recently. Bring on Tactical Manager. Yeah.
Well, he's not an Orlando fan.
He used to work for Orlando. He used to work for Orlando City. We had him on for Orlando preview once. I think when Messi had first guy in here in 2023.
We did.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I don't think he's not an Orlando fan. He follows them because he used to work for them. But
yeah.
No. All right.
Standouts.
Okay, so standouts. Rocco. Not too much to do. That first goal, maybe he could have saved it, but he did save that one where it was basically one-on-one that Lujan kind of left that I forgot who it was, just wide open. That was a big block on his behalf. So I'm gonna say Rocco. And I don't think it was a stellar game, honestly, from anybody. So I'll leave it at Rocco.
I'm gonna go with Segovia. Segovia,
okay.
out of the starting lineup, I'm going to go with Segovia as my standout. And I mean,
Baltasar, because the thing we usually look at the starting 11, but Baltasar.
Yes. I didn't want
Baltasar,
to.
yeah.
I didn't want to pick anybody from the bench.
Yeah, we usually don't, but today, because of the rotation, all the impact players were from the bench, so it makes sense to go with some players from the bench. So yeah, Baltasar, Rodrigo De Paul was creating chances for some people also. Yeah, so
All right, so that's who you're going with your standout then.
there was a play in the second half where Suarez hit a beautiful through ball that I thought Fafa was going to get on the end of, and Fafa for some reason pulled up and stopped running.
Yes, and he
Suarez,
got furious.
Yeah, Suarez got so mad. And then Fafa knew that he was going to get mad, so he just kept walking instead of even looking at Suarez. I don't know what's going on there, but those two can't play together. Like, as soon as Suarez
that has to be investigated.
They should have taken Fafa out, because those two, whatever friction they have, it's really ruining the chemistry on the pitch. Might as well just not play them together.
You know what? I'm gonna go with another one. Dennis Lopez. This is true. Ruiz, he stood out to me as well.
Okay.
After so long of being injured, he played fairly well considering how big the injury was, how long it was. And I'm gonna save this comment here because that's gonna be my man of the match, other than Messi.
And you know, I thought Weigand had a couple good crosses in that could have created some opportunities for some people. So I know a lot of people don't like his attacking prowess, but I thought that today he had a couple good crosses that could have turned into something if he would have had anybody worthwhile in the box.
You guys see this? Do you guys see this garbage? This is why Pedri has no problems with you, because you love Chelo Weigand, Argentine.
When he
right
criticizes,
back.
does he not criticize, first of all, in plural, meaning both of us, and second of all, why do you keep bringing him up?
Well, because like he's coming, look, he's already putting this. Fafa has no decision making. It's pretty simple. Like, you're here giving credence to people like Weigand. You constantly come in here and you say, "Oh, Weigand wasn't bad. Weigand wasn't bad." You're like a defender of Weigand, like the super
I
Weigand.
I am, and I always have been since the beginning of the year. I tell you that I think Ian Frey is better, but I've also constantly told everybody
mid. Like, it's so bad that he's mid, that he's like so badly mid.
Okay,
he really is.
You're obsessed with Pedri. I'm gonna get you a Pedri jersey.
You should. Okay, get it for me.
It's dope. They have one that has a Travis Scott logo. Just so you know, Pedri's an actual player. He plays for Barca.
Yeah, I know. I got his FIFA card. I got a couple of FIFA cards. I know who he is.
I wasn't sure if you thought that I was gonna like randomly create one for Pedri Potter. Okay, I'm gonna get you a Pedri.
I won it with Pedri Potter on the front of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Que pena award.
Oh man, I think this is the first time Allende doesn't get it. No,
I'm gonna give it to Allende anyway.
Ooh, you're gonna give it to Allende still?
Yeah, he was not.
Even though he couldn't get service from the middle.
Fafa couldn't get service, and somehow he still got on the ball. Maybe Fafa didn't do a lot with it, but he got on the ball. Allende, how many touches did Allende have this game? Allende
I'm trying to look. I don't want to look at the FOT mob because I want to see.
In the entire game, Allende had, I know he got checked out for early, but Allende had 17 touches the entire game. Allende was just he's just non-existent.
So far there's a lot of Allende, Crema, que pena.
Crema was bad also.
Crema, Ben Crema, Benha. I mean, it's crazy because both of those were probably the worst players.
All right, I'll give you another
starting lineup.
I'll give you another one, Lujan, because he almost gave up the game. If it's not for Rocco,
Lujan was tough.
Lujan just left that guy out on an island by himself. So
he tends to do that sometimes, right? Just let guys just run right behind.
Yeah, right behind him. He always has his back to the guy that he should be marking, which is not a good trait. Yeah,
not a good trait for a center back.
Yeah, not a good trait for anybody that's defending. Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Ben Krem to keep it different here. Those three players I imagine probably had, and I'm sure you're gonna go through the FOTMob scores, but those are the three that probably had the worst scores.
Yeah.
I would say Allende probably had the worst score.
And then Aviles did the same. Yeah, but Aviles, when DC was overloading on their right, our left, Sailor,
he at least
Noah
was
Allen
there. Yeah.
Up high, Sailor and Toto shifted to the left. But man,
Yeah.
Lujan got sucked in also. Like at some point, you have to keep in mind that Cello is up top, that you have to be at least aware of what's going on behind you. And he wasn't even bothered to look behind them. So that's why I would put that more on Lujan and not worry so much about Aviles on that one.
We got to do this, Danny. Dennis is saying Allende and Lujan are fighting for the Que Pena award for the year.
We should have a kid who is the when we do our awards at the end of the year, of the year Que Pena.
Yeah,
that would be a good one. I mean, even though there's definitely a front runner already. All right, man of the match other than Messi, even though Messi didn't play.
Well, I'm gonna go to the comment that I starred here, right here, Mitch. Sailor, the unbeaten streak continues when he touches the pitch.
Okay.
He gets my man of the match other than Messi.
If we are going just with the starters, I'm going to go Rocco for saving us, because not for that save, we don't get that point. But if we could include the bench, then I have to go Baltasar Rodriguez, because if we don't get that goal, we also don't get the point. So it's almost like a man of the match for me, because I think both of those instances, those two moments, were the game for us. So Belisario Machuca for sure, Soccer Daddy. Belisario Machuca.
Nice. Yes, Belisario Machuca and Sailor.
FOTMob scores. Highest graded player that did not score, Chris.
Highest graded player that did not score, I would say, wow. Wait, let me pull up the starting lineup real quick. Is it a starter?
Yeah. No, I'm only.
Oh, wow.
The highest rated player is Baltasar, but he scored.
Okay, so the highest rated player that did not score, I would say maybe Segovia, because he got off the pitch a little earlier.
Okay, well, let me tell you that Rodrigo De Paul is the highest graded one, but he was on the bench. So the the highest starter that didn't score. Let me just clarify that.
That would be, I would say Segovia.
No.
Wow. Okay. So would it be Noah Allen?
Let me. Yeah, that's second.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So give it to me. What is it?
David Ruiz.
Oh, shout out to David Ruiz. Good stuff.
So it goes David Ruiz, Noah Allen, and then Kremaki. Much to the delight of all the American homegrown haters, those are the top three rated players.
Oh, look at what you're doing. So you can do that. I can't do that.
No, I can't do that. I throw it in once in a blue.
And then who had the lowest?
The lowest rated player, I'll let you guess.
It would be Allende.
Of course.
Wow. What's his point? What is it?
6.2.
Wow. He is so bad.
Anything. He didn't do anything. Fafa didn't have a great game, but guess what? He tracked back. He found ways to get involved. Allende doesn't do shit.
He does nothing. He really does nothing.
Nothing. So,
but then you got people that are peddling in Allende, Argentine.
Somebody just asked, what's Fafa score? 6.9.
It's 0.7 better.
Yeah, no, he wasn't by one of the lowest. The lowest was Allende, and then Rocco and Chelo.
This comment section, man, I love this shit. You guys are fucking amazing. Even you stupid people. I love. I sit here and I laugh at this crap.
All right, Chris, any final thoughts?
We should have won against the worst team in the East. Whatever. We got the Leagues Cup coming this. We should have won. That's it. It's over. We should have won.
we had a heavily rotated squad, and we were depending on Allende, which I randomly predicted. Like, you know what? Maybe he'll surprise me and get 2 goals. Right? I predicted a brace because I knew that he would be. We would depend on him. He had to be the attack, and he did nothing. So we got a point.
My whole deal is we should have won, but we didn't. Doesn't matter. Big game on Wednesday, Leagues Cup against Orlando.
Shout out to Florida, man. They do suck.
Wow,
that's okay. I know.
Wow. I saw. Did you get my text? Franco Panko played against somebody, and it was the Jets that he beat, and you should take him on.
Yeah, I should. I didn't even know he liked football.
Yeah.
So, all right. And then Vivek is asking Las Garzas next. You gotta wait for Monday for Las Garzas. But we will be back on Monday with Las Garzas. You gave your final thoughts, and that was it. The Heat will be good this season. Mark my words, very balanced team. Mitch, you know what? I agree to an extent.
Shut
up. But I agree to an extent, but I don't know. It's not like a championship team, but I do think that they'll be better than people are expecting. So we'll see. Did you see the Miami Heat's home opener this year?
No.
Terrible. It's against the Knicks.
Oh, it is. That's nice.
That's terrible. Like a home opener, and the stadium's going to be 50-50. That's so whack.
Yeah, it's going to be more than 50-50, baby.
Oh, that's so whack to end up with a home opener against the Knicks.
I'll see if I can be able to get some tickets for that. Hopefully get my daughter down from Gainesville. She can come to another game with me. What?
It's a weekday, yo.
I'll do it. Fuck it.
No, like I understand like the second game or whatever, but but I'm pretty sure that's around midterms time, so I don't think she'll be able to make it out there, buddy.
Yeah, it's gonna be fantastic.
Stancy, I don't appreciate this. I don't appreciate it.
He's
All
not a Knicks fan anymore.
No, fuck the Knicks. All right. We appreciate everybody hanging out with us. If you're listening on audio, I appreciate you listening all the way to the end. Please give us 5 stars, comment, review, all the good stuff. If you're watching on YouTube, thank you for watching all the way to the end. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. And as always, for those of you in the chat, we appreciate you hanging out with us for the last 48 minutes. I apologize for the poor audio on my behalf. I promise you by Monday this will be fixed. I finally spent the money to do it. So, yes, and then I am from Brooklyn. I am a Nets fan, but I support the home teams, except for the Dolphins. I don't support the Dolphins, but all the other home teams I support. And again, I appreciate everybody else hanging out, and we will be back on Monday talking Herons with no guest, right? Because we don't need a guest. We've already had Orlando guest, so we're going to be good on that. And then we'll have Las Garzas and all that other stuff that we usually do. So appreciate everybody hanging out, and until the next one, have a good one.